What is good, guys? And happy draft day and happy Wrestlemania week. Today, we are going to be going over who do you think is going to win WrestleMania. We are doing WrestleMania predictions today. And honestly, this is just my thought process. This is just what I really believe is going to happen. Everybody else is entitled to their opinions. They could throw a curveball at us, knowing Triple H. But we are going to get right into this. Now, in no particular order, I'm just going off of what I have right here. I'm going to just start. Roman Reigns, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Now, with this being a triple threat match, everybody's saying that Seth Rollins needs a win here. And do I agree that Seth Rollins, needs a win here? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm maybe like 55% that Seth Rollins needs to win here. I'm going to need Roman Reigns to, at least put up a fight. I mean, Roman Reigns was dominant for about 4 years straight, so I really don't see Roman winning this. I think this is between Punk and Seth, really, and I think Seth does taking the win here, given the, this is supposed to end probably the Seth and CM Punk trilogy and then go into Punk and Reigns trilogy, which I would really like. So I will go with Seth Rollins in this particular matter. Because Seth Rollins, it's not like he needs the win. It's just I see Punk and Roman kind of getting distracted by Paul Heyman. Then we have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Like Santi Zap says, 3 things are certain: death, taxes, Charlotte Flair winning championships. Guess what? I believe that Charlotte Flair wins this, with Charlotte Flair coming back, winning the Royal Rumble. She's about to tie her dad in world championship wins, which is absolutely diabolical. And I just don't think that this whole, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, it wasn't, the best feud. It kind of heated up the past few weeks. I don't really think that this is something that people were looking to. But I think this match is just going to cook with overall ring ability. I don't think that Tiffany Stratton comes out on top, given that they've teased us with Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill. So I'm going to have to go with Charlotte Flair, sadly. Really sad that I have to pick Charlotte Flair out of this. Gunther, Jay. This is a very iffy thing. Because if Jay loses, I like Jey Uso, okay? But if he loses against Gunther, we need to take him out of the world title picture. And the reason I say that is because he's 0-3 against Gunther. This is supposed to be his moment. We could possibly get a, how do I want to say this? A villain who sits there and he's at the top and nobody can touch him, and I feel like there's a lot more feuds for Gunther to be in versus Jay. But I would like to say Jay's probably going to pull this out. I don't really see any other way around it. Gunther's most likely going to lose. Now we have LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. And I think Jacob Fatu wins this. Not because I hate LA Knight. I love LA Knight, and he is also Eli Drake in my mind. He will always be Eli Drake, to me. But Fatu, this is his singles run. Yes, Solo and Tama Tonga are all there to, pretty much be there for him. But Fatu is on his singles run right now. This is not, you know, bloodline type of business. This is Fatu business. And I see a lot of speculations online that Solo Sikoa is possibly going to screw over Jacob out of jealousy here soon. You know, maybe his title celebration on SmackDown gets jealous because Fatu won the championship. And if we remember, Fatu won the tag team titles, and Solo told him to hand them over. Why would I do that? But he did, and he told him to go bring home another championship. That's not how that works, Solo. It's not how that works. But I do have Jacob Fatu winning and taking home the United States Championship. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now, I wouldn't be mad if Naomi wins or if Jade wins. I feel like Jade wins, but I feel like they're going to throw us on a hanger of Naomi possibly winning. And hopefully that's not the end of this feud. Because this feud is actually good, and it's one of the, how do I want to say, like homegrown, you know, from the very start type beef that I really liked. I liked Jay Cargill and Naomi and the whole storyline about Jay being taken out, replacing her with Naomi, and Naomi taking over for Jade as the tag team champions, so Bianca didn't have to relinquish it. It was just a great story to tell. But I feel like Jade Cargill is going to win. Rey Mysterio versus the greatest luchador of all time, El Grande Americano. I think El Grande Americano is going to lose to Rey Mysterio. And the only reason I say that is because I don't really see Rey Mysterio losing at this WrestleMania for the simple fact that El Grande Americano just burst on the scene like a month ago, and Rey Mysterio's been there for X amount of years. So I would 9 times out of 10 say Rey Mysterio over El Grande Americano, and he demasks El Grande Americano, and we'll see who it is. I think El Grande Americano is either Rusev, it can be Omos, it might be Zack Ryder. So there's that. Got the War Raiders versus the New Day. I am going to say, I think the New Day wins this. I think the New Day wins, but there's got to be something big planned for this match. It can't just be New Day versus War Raiders. You know, I think it's honestly going to be the New Day, and there's a lot of speculations that Big E might get involved. He's not like fully medically cleared to take bumps and things like that, but I think that he comes back and does something to like help the New Day whatsoever. So yeah, I'm projecting that we have new tag team champions on Raw, and that will be the New Day. Now, night 2, I'm going to save Cody and Cena for last. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. This is AJ Styles' pretty much retirement run. And a win for Logan Paul won't do anything, to be honest with you. It would hinder AJ Styles' retirement tour. And Logan Paul, he said he's a full-timer. I don't think that he's a full-timer yet. He's still part-timing it. So I really don't want to see Logan Paul get a win. Now, we're probably going to have a Prime Bottle, incident again, like we've done every year with Logan Paul. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, Sin City Street Fight. Drew McIntyre is going to win this, guys. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Reason why Drew McIntyre is going to win is because look at the many times Priest has screwed him over. Just look at it. Just think about it. Damian Priest has screwed over Drew McIntyre. WrestleMania last year, Elimination Chamber, the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania, he cashed in on him. Royal Rumble, he eliminated him. Elimination Chamber, he eliminated him there too. Made him lose his belt and had him lose 2 opportunities at getting back to glory. I think Drew McIntyre wins this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Damian Priest has had the one-up on Drew McIntyre so long for like the past year. I think Drew McIntyre is going to, go ahead and end this whole thing. Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Bailey and Lyra. Obviously, Liv Morgan and Raquel aren't losing anytime soon. There's no way. There's no way they put the belts on Bailey and Lyra. And I get it. They just wanted to find a way to get Liv Morgan on the card because they really had nothing for her. So they kind of threw that little, hour-long gauntlet match on SmackDown. I don't think there's much to say about this. Braun Breaker versus Penta, Finn Balor, and Dirty Dom. I'm going to go with the wrestling community and say Dirty Dom. Reason why I'm going to say Dirty Dom. Penta, I don't think they're going to put the belt on him this soon. Finn Balor, they're definitely not putting the belt on Finn Balor with the way the Judgment Day thing is going. So it's either Finn Balor and Dominic cost each other and Braun Breaker retains, or Dominic ends up getting the win and getting... People say his first singles title. I think people forget that he was North American champion and he was also SmackDown champion. So a lot of people say, Dominic's going to win his first title. This would be like his third. He won the SmackDown tag team titles with his dad, and then he was North American champions when Rhea Ripley was in the Judgment Day. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Now, I know a lot of people probably want Rhea to win. I know a lot of people probably want Bianca to win. I want Io to win, guys. And the reason why I want Io to win is for the simple fact. Stay with me here. Stay with me. Io Sky has been treated like an afterthought in this whole thing, right? And even if you don't put the belt on Rhea or Bianca, I think you can still tell a story there between the both of them and carry that into Backlash, meanwhile keeping Io as the champion. I don't think that taking the belt off of Io is the smart thing to do. So, what I'm going to say is, keep the belt on Io, Rhea and Bianca screw each other over, and guess what? Io stays champ. That's what I'm expecting. Cody Rhodes and John Cena for the WWE Undisputed title. I want my Pookie Bear John Cena to win. Now, my GOAT is Randy Orton. John Cena, he is the undisputed GOAT. So, there's the actual GOAT, and then there's my GOAT. John Cena is going to win 17. There's no way he loses to Cody Rhodes right here. There's just no way. This big heel turn, this, catastrophic year. He got eliminated by Jey Uso as the last person. He sides with The Rock, somebody that he hated back in the day. And then not only that, he then turns heel against Cody Rhodes. We've never seen a heel John Cena. Now there's been increments of him turning heel, okay? There's been quite a lot. But John Cena needs this, or it would kill the momentum for his heel turn, and it would make the heel turn kind of seem unnecessary. Some people think Cody Rhodes retains. My God. I think I just yawned. But some people think Cody Rhodes retains and John Cena wins at not Backlash, SummerSlam. I don't see that happening. This is his last WrestleMania that we'll ever see him at as a full-time wrestler. I believe you give the belt to John now. And then Randy Orton doesn't have a match. Some people are saying, hey, it should be Rusev. Or it should be Aleister Black. I think it should be Nick Aldis. And the reason why I'm saying it should be Nick Aldis is because if you bring Rusev and Aleister Black there, I don't want them to get the Tyler Bate treatment to where they debut and come back and lose. And then also, not only that, lose on the grandest stage of them all. I don't think that that's a good idea because Randy needs a win and Aleister Black and Rusev both need wins too for their debut matches. I would say we need Nick Aldis versus Randy because if Nick Aldis loses, hey, no harm, no foul. Hey, it's the general manager. It is what it is. And it's sad to see KO got hurt because that would have been a great match to see KO get his head kicked off. But I'm glad that they found what they found because if Randy would have kicked him with, something wrong in his neck, I don't know how that would have went. But yeah, that is my WrestleMania predictions. Let me know what your WrestleMania predictions are down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.